welcome to the Potscast. This will be the last pottery type episode for a while, although I think I may have organised an interview. Whee! But this is the one of my pottery, it'll be the last one, because this week was delivery week. Woo-hoo! So, yeah, you're going to get my delivery. I've changed it up a little bit. I'm not going to do the normal delivery video. I'm doing a slightly different one this time, mainly because I forgot to video the actual delivery part because I was too excited. Anyway, it's still brilliant. So yeah, that's the pottery part. I'll show you the results of my pottery, my post-order fun day, because they're out of the kiln now as well. Very exciting. And I have a few random things for you. Well, not a few, I don't know how many random. I've got at least one. At least one random video for you of just stuff that occurred to me during the week. I've been having a real big think about things, and I'm waiting to hear about some things. So there's a lot of stuff brewing, but nothing I can talk to you about. And it's really frustrating because, you know, I'm used to blurting everything out. I can't blurt anything out yet. I really want to blurt out, so I'm going to have to stop before I blurt something. I'm recording this on Thursday. Why am I recording it on Thursday? Not because I'm ultra prepared. It's only because I've booked a whale watching, because I'm on holiday now. My order's finished. I'm on holiday until my next order. So I'm going out on a boat tomorrow. So I'm assembling it on Thursday. And as I speak, America is still in existence. I think we have to do daily checkups on America, to be fair. Right, so my job for today is to pack all of this into these in the most efficient way possible. So this time, instead of doing a road trip to Ladera, I thought you'd like to see what was involved in all the packing up. Basically, it's just me cutting up a lot of foam and putting it in between the pieces so they don't break on the journey. I'm lucky there's a company on the island that sells foam, so it's the one thing that's brilliant for a potter. And what you see me doing here is packing everything in a bag and then packing up a box, and then me realising that I needed to put the box in first, so then I brought everything to the table and had to repack it. Yeah, that's what happens all the time. I have to pack and repack. See, look at that. That's about 5 years of packing kilns, that is. So, I've just got back from a lovely successful delivery with very happy customers. I love it when a customer says, I love it. I love it. Yeah, they liked it. Well, no, they loved it. There you go. I didn't really take much video because I was too busy being all excited about it. But I'll show you the stuff I did manage to get some video of. Madras, that's clearly Madras. And what I've done is I've used the same 6 colours on every single piece. Okay, so these, I've just done swirls of the 6 colours. These are my twisties with the 4 colours. These are my randoms. These are my randoms where I've just done random things. If you have a table for 6, you can give them a set. Hi there.
Good, excellent.
So yeah, so that's the small plates. That's the biggest number that you had. So I brought them 13 mugs and they had to choose one to give back to me. To be fair, it took them quite a while. A long while. And eventually they chose this one. Now their reasoning was quite sound as far as I was concerned. They said it's because it was the most boring, and they were right. When compared to all of the others have either an interesting shape or an interesting handle. This poor mug was unfortunate to have a boring shape and a boring handle. Not boring, just standard. You could buy this mug anywhere. Every single other piece had something that was special. If you know what I'm saying. I was just cooking and I needed some chilli. So I thought, oh, I'll nip outside and get a Scotch bonnet off the tree. Look at the size of my Scotch bonnets. Look at the size of them. This is a small one. Look at the size of that. I don't know if you can see, but look at it in my hand. That's huge. Now, remember I was bragging about my Scotch bonnets. Now, remember when I was bragging about my Scotch bonnets and how nicely sized they are? They're still quite big. And this is the first little load, because there's still plenty more on the tree. But I have to tell you, these have to be the hottest, spiciest peppers I've ever had. Literally, the spiciest. Now, people who know me know I like a bit of spice. A lot of spice, actually. Normally I have to tone it down for other people. I would normally use at least half of a Scotch bonnet in any dish that I was making with chilli. Now, I used just a little bit on the end and it blew my bloody mouth off. This pepper sauce that I'm going to make with my Scotch bonnets is going to be my spiciest ever. Did I mention I made my own pepper sauce? It's the best pepper sauce you'll ever taste. Unlucky, you'll probably never taste it because I don't sell it and I eat it all myself. But I suppose if you're here on a pottery retreat, I'd feel obliged to give you a bottle. So I'm going to let you have a deep dive on my coffee warmer. The whole purpose of this for me was to test my glaze combinations. I used my deep purple, my pink, my Caribbean blue and my reclaimed black. And I wanted to see what they look like when layered on top of each other. So I'm loving different combinations. That's my pink and my deep purple together. Makes a really nice colour, I like that. Grumpy face. I'm loving the way these have come out on the flowers. That's my favourite flower, I think. But yeah, I'm happy. I'm going to inspect that closer and look at how the different glazes work with each other. That goes in. That goes in. So we have the two sizes, fit nicely. And this mug fits beautifully on top. Look at that. Hee. Should we have a look at this mug as well? This was another mug that I decided to make in the vein of the Ladera, but instead of putting the Ladera L, I decided to put the Amanda A. And there you go, that's the cobalt with my Caribbean blue on the inside, my signature inside. And that's my pink. Look how nicely that's come out. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. Now the other. So I tried it all out this morning. And because I've got shop-bought coffee, it's a very fine grind. So it won't work with my steeper. But Mum's going to use it for her morning, herb tea. I'm going to use it when I can grind my own beans because I like my beans ground a little bit chunkier than the fine ground coffee. But the coffee warmer, I can report, is keeping my coffee warm. Cisco put his pieces in. This is one of Cisco's pieces. Now, he inadvertently put my reclaimed black over the top of the black metallic. And I don't know, I kind of love it. Look at the way those blacks are working together. Look at that. Isn't that nice? It's the reclaimed black looks almost silver. It's gorgeous. This episode of the Potscast was carefully assembled by me, Amanda, on the island of St. Lucia. Bye. If you want to have a go at doing what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, check out my pottery retreats.